Hey everybody, this is Finn, and in this video I am going to show you how to get started with programming in C# using Unity. Go ahead and press this little drop-down arrow next to New. Select 2019.4.1. Make sure 3D is selected for your template, and rename your Unity project Hello World. I've already created one like this, so I'm going to name it Hello World too. In your default sample scene, go ahead and hover your cursor over to the project area. Under your assets folder, right-click, press Create and Folder. We are going to create a folder for our scripts. I'm going to name it Scripts appropriately. Double click on that to open it. Now we are going to right click, press Create, C# script, and then name it Hello World. This is your C# script. Double click on that and it should open your Visual Studio 2017. And it's going to automatically open up your file here. First, let's talk about the different sections of code that we are looking at. Let's start from the top and go to the bottom. First, very simply, this top section where it says using and then system collections, using system collections generic, and then using Unity Engine, that is where we import all of the different libraries for programming that we are going to need while programming in Unity. Without these different lines, you wouldn't be able to call to Unity built-in C# functions. If that doesn't make a lot of sense to you right now, don't worry. You will understand more as you see it happen and you're able to apply it yourself. After that section, we have our public class. Here you see it says public class Hello World, which is the name of our script, and then it says mono behavior. Mono behavior is the base class from which every Unity script derives. So by hovering over that, you could see something will pop up in the Visual Studio interface and tell us what it is. We won't need to be worrying about mono behavior, but just know that that is exactly what it says here. It's our base class from which every Unity script derives. This squiggly bracket right here, as well as this squiggly bracket at the very end, represents a container of code. We're going to talk about this more in class, but just know that these squiggly brackets, I clicked on the last one and you can see that it highlights both of them. That means that these two functions inside of here, the start function and the update function, which has brackets of its own, because they are themselves little containers. They are little containers that are sitting inside of this bigger container of the public class. Inside of the public class, we have the start function, and it comes with comments that tell us what it is. A comment is something that is written for the programmer. These two lines, these two forward slashes, indicate a comment. If you put those two lines, let me show you. I will click here, press enter to go on to a new line. If I press // it turns green and I can type whatever I want and it'll be highlighted in green and it will not affect anything. But if I get rid of those two forward slashes, you can see that it does not like that. It highlights it with red squiggles, just like in a Microsoft Word document, to tell you that there is a problem. And that is because the words whatever I want is not a proper code, or it doesn't have proper syntax. It's just not code at all. So we are going to backspace. We're going to type a comment to ourselves. Type // to start the comment and say, type comments to yourself to remind you what lines of code do later. For example, we see that above the start function, it says start is called before the first frame update. That is a longer way of just saying once the script becomes active, once whatever is calling this script to work is active in our scene, that void start is going to begin and make whatever is typed inside of it happen. Let me show you what I mean. Inside of void start, let's type print and then opening parenthesis, and once you type that, it's already going to type the closing parenthesis, and then type a semicolon. Make sure that you aren't typing a colon, make sure that you are typing a semicolon. Now the reason why this is underlined with red is because this requires something inside of it to work. What the print function does is it prints something out to our console, not print like a page of paper on your printer, but it types out on this console here. Wherever you type this line of code determines when you are going to get that message in your console. So let's click inside of the parentheses and create quotation marks. 2 quotation marks, make sure they're double quotes, and then put your cursor inside of those and type hello world. Control S to save. Now, let's go ahead and go back to our Unity scene. In order to get this script to work, we are going to need to attach it to a game object inside of our scene. For now, let's attach it to our main camera. In this instance, it doesn't matter which, but I like to attach scripts to the main camera if I find that applicable, and for now, that's our best option. This is a very common error. It says that I cannot add hello world because its script class can't be found. The name, file, and class name do not match. Let's press OK. Let's look over here. Our script says hello world with a space in the middle. And we can see, if we go over here, it says assembly information, file name, assembly C#. This right here in this lighter colored box is what we see in our script itself. We can see that the name of our public class is hello world without a space in the middle. So to fix this problem, I am going to go ahead and with this script selected, click again, and in a moment it'll highlight. I'm going to get rid of that space, press enter, and now, if I go back to Visual Studio, it disappeared because I renamed the script. I'm going to double click on it. As you can see, hello world is what the name of the file is, and then public class hello world, and yes, the space does matter. Let's go back, and let's try once again to drag our script to the main camera. Click and drag, and make sure that it's highlighted like this, and we'll click on it, and if we go into our inspector, we can see that our hello world script is connected. It is attached to our main camera. Let's save our scene by pressing Control S, and then press the play button. And as you can see, right at the beginning when we press play, we get a little message that says hello world over in our console. Press play again, and to clear this, press this clear button here. I also have it selected on clear on build and clear on play. So no matter what you do, if I press it again, see, notice how it says 1. There's only one message of hello world. If I press play, there will also only be one message, and it actually changed the time here again. So it cleared it and then it added another message. If I didn't have those selected, specifically clear on play, when I press play, it'll add another number here. See, 2. I'm going to click clear on play again. But this time I'm also just going to press this clear button to get rid of it. Now, let me show you what the update function does. The comment above the update function says that update is called once per frame. Let me show you what that means. Select this here where it says print hello world and press Control X to cut it out. And also it copies it. You can press Control V while placing your cursor in the update function, and that will print it there. Update happens very often. It happens less than every second. So when we press play, it is going to say hello world a ton, and this number over to the right is going to increase. Let's press play. See here? It's all the way over to the 300s, 400s. I'll press play. Happened almost 600 times just in that amount of time. That's how many frames just went by. Press clear. Now you've written your first line of code.